if you're looking at it from a perspective of if you're the Sussexes' friends, it doesn't always do anyone good in public life to always be answering and rebutting those claims.
We've been talking so much about Tom Bower's new book, which has bombshell allegations regarding Meghan and Harry. Do you think that their response towards these allegations might change from the way they would have responded in the past?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think so. I think it could have, because part of the problem is, and I'm sort of contradicting what I just said, but you can't respond to it all. You'll drive yourself mad. The amount of time, the problem is when you're as famous as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, there is going to be a lot. I mean, there is going to be a lot of speculation. It's the same with the Cambridges. It's the same with any of the Windsors. If you go out answering every single book or allegation, it will consume your entire day. You won't have spare time to devote to your own mental health and your own well-being. And so I think that actually, it's a really good point, Christine. I think maybe the response this time will be really different, because it isn't, if you're looking at it from a perspective of if you're the Sussexes' friends, it doesn't always do anyone good in public life to always be answering and rebutting those claims. So yeah, I think with the Tom Bower book, perhaps this is where we'll see a slightly different strategy and prioritizing of their time.
Mm-hmm. Obviously Queen Elizabeth, she's 96 years old. Mm-hmm. She's taken a little bit of a step back in the recent months due to mobility issues and things like that. Prince Charles, Prince William have been taking on more responsibility. But in the end, what do you think Queen Elizabeth, what do you think her legacy, she hopes her legacy will be and wants to be remembered by?
I think she wants to be remembered as someone who kept going. And that sounds really simplistic, but duty. I find that something the Queen Mother used to do was the French word for duty is devoir, and she used to whisper it to Margaret and Elizabeth under her breath as she thought she saw them getting obviously bored. She would whisper, sort of duty girls as she walked past. I think duty drives her life. I think the Queen feels like you just keep going. And actually, in many ways, what is remarkable is if you think what she has led the monarchy to survive through unprecedented social, political, cultural, and economic change. Even if you think of season 1 of The Crown, that's a period drama. That you are watching a period drama. You're watching something set in the 50s, and it spans all the way through to a sort of modern political drama. The Queen became Queen at a world that is unrecognizable today. And so to have led an institution like the monarchy through 70 plus years in which the world has changed beyond recognition, when you couldn't get a clear telephone line between every part of the world, and they couldn't automatically reach her when her father died, and the internet. Homosexuality was illegal. There's now gay marriage. The troubles, the civil war in Northern Ireland has been and gone. Think of how many presidents she's lived through. The fact that she was able to simply keep going through all these changes, and for the monarchy to never dip really below 65% approval rating, is unbelievable. So I think she will be remembered as a successful queen. I think there are challenges that probably haven't been dealt with, that the next generation will have to deal with, but that's the nature of life. Mm-hmm. So I think she'll be remembered as someone who, in an ever-changing world, managed to change herself and change the institution enough to keep it hardy and a survivor, but didn't change it so much with every fad that it looked weak and easily manipulated. So that's what I think she will be remembered as someone who was a great constitutional monarch.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina Garibaldi, the host of Us Weekly Celebrity Coverage. Don't forget to hit subscribe for the latest celebrity news, tips, and video. And for much more content, make sure you head on over to usmagazine.com, the official home of Us Weekly magazine.